We got some South Park Phone Destroyer coming at you, some quick packs, but before that, we got Team Wars review. Welcome in. My name's Glanzer. We do this every week, and we're gonna get right into it.
What?
Actually, we're not gonna get right into it because I don't have. Jeez, because I don't have the games open up in VLC player yet. Rip. But let's get them open. They should pop up right here in a second. Magical OBS. There we go. All right, welcome in, everybody. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I would appreciate it. My analytics tell me that about 50% of people that watch don't subscribe, which is crazy, because if everybody subscribed, I'd get to 6,000 real quick. 6,000 is our next goal. Appreciate you. All right, so this week, kind of a mixed bag. There wasn't a whole lot of like do this and you win kind of things, but there was a few things. The first thing is the value that you got and or prevented from 3 cards. So you wanted to prevent value from the general disarray, prevent value from the fireball, and prevent value from the ninja. Those are the main things. Also, you could argue that preventing value from like the Ned Jimbo combo or something. So preventing like a lot of value from the Jimbo. So in a turn for that, preventing DSR damage or preventing DSR value as well, right? So don't play Murph and Jimbo at the same time and stuff like that. So this is an example. Disarray. Probably Disarray's biggest target was the Ned, because even if Disarray doesn't get to the Ned, in almost every situation, the lava will still kill the Ned because Ned has very low health pool. If you try to kill somebody else with the Disarray and Disarray gets killed before it gets there, it can be a problem, so you don't want to do that. Oh yeah, sorry, usually the game volume is not even on. All right, we're better. We're better. All right, so when they commit something like that, I like to lead the assassin because it could potentially result in something like this where they're screwing up. Like they screw up and you might hit new kid or something like that. Or they could just play a bunch of energy. So he played 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He played 10 energy and all I played was 2 right there, right? So like automatically I'm kind of at a good position. But here we get the lava out. We should be able to just deal with his full backline. But he gets a pretty good shot there. But I separated my Bebe so that I could maybe get like a Hunter Jimbo out there. You don't want to. You never want to play Bebe and Ned within fireball range of each other. Like you definitely don't want that. Ever. Never ever. But Bebe was surprisingly good because people were so afraid of the Ned, for instance. That was maybe not a great fireball, but they're so afraid of the Ned. Oh, get him. Bebe, survive. Bebe, get the heal. Oh, Bebe, get the heal. Oh, Bebe's a beast. Bebe's a beast. Level 7 Bebe helps a lot for sure. She can get stacked. Is the audio level better, Jimmy? All right, now we got MXE Lord Skankino. What's his name? Santino? Scatino? I love Andrew Scatino. He's a great comic. All right. Murph lead. Didn't hate it, didn't love it. I don't like playing into them a week like this where they could play, you know, Jimbo, Ned, and stuff like that. But you can potentially get in trouble too, like if your DSR is buried or something like that. So right now I'm just trying to prevent mecha value. So that was pretty good. That you see that Bebe back there just absolutely wrecking. The storyteller, I think a lot of value was getting the storyteller value from the Murph or the Jimbo, because storyteller basically makes both of those guys do no damage. Once again, waiting that out to basically nullify the value of the... So other than the damage that he had done, I was gonna fireball there, but then I decided, you know what, I don't even have to do that. I almost got disarrayed, or I almost got disarray hit by the DSR though, which would have been pretty funny. Now, can the Dougie get a hit before he dies? Oh, he does. Now we go for the Bebe. That's one good thing about the Murph, the potential targeting onto different targets. Very good. Belf was the first common you got to 7. Well, yeah, when you got her to 7, she was probably really, really good. There was a while where she was probably the best card. Like the best 3-cost range card for sure. Same with Robo Bebe. Robo Bebe was the best for a while. Too good. You could potentially use Ninju Murph, but if you commit too much to that and somebody stops you with Stan the Great, Purify, just Storyteller and, pushing them back and stuff, because if you push back, get them in a position where it just takes them forever to walk around you, you can see how slowly Murph moves. It can be good for you, but so we're kind of mirror playing here, but obviously I have levels on them. This is the silver account though, so keep that in mind. This team is now in silver. We got 3rd place in silver. There's some pretty some teams in silver have some pretty damn high averages. It's pretty wild. It's good. It's good to know that a bunch of these no-name silver teams that I've never heard of have seemingly a decent amount of players, or it's like they're all AI bots and the internet's dead. I don't know. We got Dragon Slayer here though. I wouldn't hate. I'm liking this though, because even if he kills the Dougie, which he almost did right there, he's still probably gonna die to the lava, so we're not too worried about it. Go Dougie, go. Dougie's just so good, dude. His attack is just bloop, bloop. He's basically a normal Dougie versus level 14 new kid. Belf used to be so strong, yeah. Belf with what was the combo? Oh, it was Belf with the original iteration of Elf King Bradley, where he did like a lot more health, it was a lot more range, it was a lot more attack increase, and it was like the highest range at the lowest level. So even if you had him level 5, your Belf could hit from like here basically, and it was just brutal because it also gave her enough attack where she could one-shot pretty much all the important assassins, I think, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But she's always been good with Ninju because she can one-shot a bunch of stuff with that boost, and then she gets kind of scary. But yeah, there was a while. Well, I think honestly part of what made her really good was at the time the meta was 2-cost assassins, so you could get like rats and stuff like that. This was a really good played Ned. I killed that assassin and targeted that Bebe, so that was really good. If we would have traded there, I mean, my Ned probably would have won because he's got the heal and New Kid is hitting him. But obviously my Jimbo would have been much less off if that Bebe was hitting him the whole time. We're getting a +4 heal. That's hilarious. All right, sometimes it's a good idea to switch like that onto the, somebody else other than the Murph. Because right there, Storyteller was on Murph. That makes him do like 48 on the Jimbo at level 5, I think makes him do no damage. If he's level 6, he might do like 4 damage or something. Like, it's pretty wild. We're trying to get the lava. Ooh, I honestly didn't think it would target him there. That was kind of interesting. But he goes down, and then, oh, that was a beautiful sneaky Dougie. We put that ninja out there. That's game over. That's game over. Because now Ned can just heal up the Jimbo just a wild amount with that boost. And he survives one new kid hit. That's the biggest difference about Team Wars, is that stuff survives new kid. But yeah, and then back then new kid wasn't. New kid was like level 18 and 17. Talking about Belf, new kid was like level 17, 18. So when new kid, they took a bar and she got blasted back. Well, guess what? She had a lot of health, and even if it would have killed her, it doesn't, because it wasn't as much damage as level 25 new kid is, obviously. And that, I think BHK too. BHK was really big for a while. When Aerostorm didn't kill BHK, BHK was on the rage. He was a really good card. Trying to get this beautiful fireball. Oh, I ended up hitting the Awesemo. I didn't think I was gonna. That's hilarious. That's a pretty good DSR. Lower level though, so I'm not too worried about the damage that's gonna come out. I think we just wait it out, get as much damage as we are gonna get off of them. It's a pretty decent amount. I might make it. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, so close. So close. Now we have the counter to worry about. We're in pretty good shape here. We could War Hero, maybe bait a Fireball, but we spread it. So if he does Fireball me, it'd be harder to hit everything and hit New Kid, for instance. So important to remember that the whole time is to think about the value. See, he used Fireball and all he hit was the Ned. So that's a huge, huge benefit for me. Now I'm reacting to his assassins, which is good for me. Isn't long enough. He should start hitting. Oh, there you go. Huge hit into the next one too. So now Jimbo could even take the bar real quick. The lava. Terrible. Terrible play. The ninja wasn't great, but now Jimbo takes it home. Brutal. brutal. I like the name though, Midnight Blue, with that spelling. That was a pretty cool name. I'd hang out with that guy. You can tell by his sick name, you know? Like an Xbox gamer tag that starts with XX and ends with XX. You know that guy's chill as fuck. Or those homies that had I in the front and the back, but it wasn't an I, it was an upside down exclamation point. That looked really dope on Xbox. All right, Dragon Slayer here is a good play. Just so much value. And then Fireball right after and kill it. If I missed the I missed the stand, but that was pretty good value because the DSR made them all insta kills by that. We have the Storyteller nullifying New Kid completely. The Storyteller not getting hit by the DSR, which is brutal because he's got about 1,000 health. Very nice. New Kid not doing any damage. Yikes. And that negative 48 is pretty good, actually. Versus, that puts her probably below 200, 150, 120, something like that. I can't remember how much she has. But New Kid doing no damage here. We're going balls deep here. Can we take care of the Murph? Murph is slowed. Murph, if he attacks the Disarray. No, he attacks the Jimbo. Or the Jimmy, which is perfect. Oh my god, New Kid not helping at all. An absolute beautiful. I mean, that was an oddly good disarray. Like it kind of worked really well, but the brutal use of a good storyteller is a lot of fun to see. That storyteller play was for you, Jerome. All right, now we probably just get the net out, bait the. I prefer playing the Ned, baiting the Fireball, and then wrecking with the Bebe, because like you're probably not gonna get the Fireball on just a Bebe, so it's just not as, you can't set it up as good, and they'll think like, ooh, I got the Ned, and they'll think they're in good shape, and then boom. Because look at that Bebe just got stacked up on that Ninja and starts one-shotting people. That's like Buccaneer Bebe getting stacked and then starts one-shotting everything you put out to try to kill her. Like you put an assassin next to her to try to kill her and she one-shots it. Beautiful. That's always great. That's how I got the highest leveled Buccaneer Bebe of my career, was with a level 5 Buccaneer Bebe on this account on the Adventure Lock. Early on, my New Kid was probably level 14, but I played against this guy that just played like an idiot, or he was intentionally feeding me because he understood the assignment, which would be sick too. But I think he was actually trying to play. But he fed my Buccaneer Bebe level 5, and this is just Buccaneer Bebe, no Ninja or BHK or anything like that, which I think is cheating. I got Buccaneer Bebe up to, God, I can't remember, 600-700 or something like that, off of just her stacks, because the guy, and that's level 5, so the stacks are less per, and the guy fed me 2 entire coops. Bebe killed every single chicken, and I think back then it was more total chickens, but it didn't explode into chickens at the end, I can't remember. But it was an absurd amount. And then he had a bunch of level 2 assassins, so he would play a level 2 assassin, or sorry, like 2-drop assassins. So he would play it like midline trying to hit her, and Bebe would kill him before their hit would end because she was just fast enough, and she would one-shot him. And that just kept happening. And I think I had like Sharon or something like that, so I was able to keep her alive after the new kid hits too. It was so much fun. We have no proof of that. I know somewhere I have a picture of it that I can prove that it was all, you know, not ninja and stuff like that. I don't know if I could do that. But I will say, maybe if you can see my deck, I will say it has to be somewhere on my channel. I'm like almost positive that's in a video somewhere. But it'd be impossible to find it. I'd S the D of whoever found that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was just laughing because the Bebe was just, and the thing is, he was like sort of defending. And so like I wasn't getting to his new kid and I wasn't finishing the match. So my Bebe was just getting stacked and stacked and stacked because he could just keep playing like 2-drop after 2-drop after 2-drop. It was a lot of fun. All right, we got Benonio. Oh, and I didn't mention, I don't think I've mentioned it at the beginning, but this is going to be a really quick Timors because a couple circumstances I didn't play 2 of the accounts that I have. So instead of being 5 accounts and being 30 minutes long, it's 3 accounts and it's 20 some minutes long. But we'll see. All right, we got a 78-27. So assumedly you'd think he's pretty good and has good levels. I'm a little confused what's going on here. So he didn't play at all. Is that intentional? Did he have a lag? What exactly happened there? Low level princess though. You could argue that maybe a team left him low. No, but they definitely wouldn't leave Murph low. So this guy just doesn't have good levels, or their team is just terrible. But if their team has Belf leveled to 6, then that was a pretty bad fireball, honestly. But if the team has Belf leveled to 6, you'd think that their other cards would also be leveled, right? Alright, so right now we're just setting up the counter. I'm not too worried about that level 4 disarray. I don't want to walk into the lava though. Fireball here would have been kind of dangerous. Oh, he does hit it, but that was a low level fireball, I think, too. No, that was like a 5 or 6 at least, because it almost killed the stand. So yeah, that's probably 5 or 6. So that's leveled. So the guy just doesn't have levels, except for adventure stuff. I don't know, it's weird. Level 3 mecha is not terrible. You could argue that maybe the team would save caps on a low level mecha because he's probably just gonna get fireballed anyway. So save. So that's what teams do with I can't think of the name. Drow. Kyle of the Drow Elves. If there's a removal target for Kyle, like poison or something, let's say, if poison's an option and like purify's not an option to counter it, then a lot of teams will just go low level Drow because his shield is the same. The only thing that changes is his attack and health, which won't matter because he's just gonna get removed either way. And then you can kind of bait value off of that and then have more value in whatever other cards are out there. Huge chunk off of that Murph. All right, that's it. I told you it was only gonna be 20 some minutes, so it's 18. I'm a little frustrated that we didn't get the other games in, but that's what happens sometimes. One of them we had to bail on because we were just trying to get numbers right, and since it's an alt account, it's no big deal if I miss it. And then another one, somebody else ran the accounts kind of by mistake. See, this happens sometimes. You see this? Sometimes the camera gets all goofy when we're watching stuff on VLC. I don't know why that is. Don't know why that is. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys on the next one. If this helped you out in your Team Wars. And don't forget, Team Wars is on a cycle now. They're never going to change it up. So like these decks that we're playing, we will see again. So just keep that in mind if you're watching this in the future. If you're watching this in the future to prepare, I feel like my whole thing's glitching, including my sound. Anyway, if you're watching this in the future to prepare, good luck. Good luck out there. We'll see you guys on the next one.